Willie,
Yes.
I think we're live.
We're live.
I think we're live.
Fuck it. We'll go live.
It is. Hello, everybody. I hope we have some people here. I hope we have some people in the room.
Yes.
This is F It with Aikisha and Willie Cologne.
That is I.
I cannot believe that we are doing this live.
We pressed the button.
Yes. And we are hoping that you guys are going to come in the room, that you've told a friend to come in the room, that you've sent all these messages out, all these text messages out, letting everybody know that today is my husband's birthday.
What up, though?
Happy birthday,
Happy
baby.
birthday. And we spelled it out right.
Yeah.
We had to do a spell check, believe it or not, putting this up. So we got it right.
Y'all, if y'all would have seen us in here arguing about me trying to get these letters on this stream, him handing me the wrong damn letters. And yes, but we got this up because I just thought this was going to be really cute today. I wanted to do it for you.
And you did it. And I thank you.
Yes.
And thank you to all the well wishers and everybody out there who wished me a happy birthday thus far. And text messages are coming in as we speak.
They are coming in. So listen, guys, if you see us looking at our phones, we are not trying to be rude.
We ain't trying to be rude, y'all, but we doing a show.
Yes, and we have happy birthday messages coming in. Thank you. Can you see that, baby? As y'all see, honey, I'm looking real smart up in here today. I put my glasses on because your girl can't see
I'm
the
not
screen
trying to be
from
smart.
this far.
I've somehow turned 40 and lost my vision. So.
Yes, and speaking of 40, today's F word, this week's F word, excuse me, is 40s.
40s.
The 40s.
Yeah.
Guys, we are going to be talking about just what happens to you mentally, physically, emotionally when you turn 40.
40 bangers.
And get in your mid 40s and then get in your late 40s. So
where are you at exactly?
Listen, we're not talking about me today, your birthday.
Okay.
But you know, I am not ashamed of my age.
You look amazing.
I am 5.5 years.
Even naked.
Yes. Oh, I am a 5.5 years older than Willie. Yeah. So I am 47 and Willie turned 42 today. We have Jay Evans in the building. Hey, my Mississippi brother. He said, happy birthday, Willie.
What up?
See, y'all, these glasses are amazing because I actually can see the comments from here. Okay. And
but you can't this is our first time going live. You just got to let the comments come.
No, I want the people to know that we see them.
They know we see them because
Hey, Gucci, Sophia's in the building.
This is gonna be a long show.
Listen, I don't care how long it is. I am so excited to be live. I'm so excited for your birthday, baby.
Thank you.
And you are. How old are you today?
I've turned 42 as of today.
As of midnight last night, you 42 years old.
Yep, and I feel great.
Do you feel great?
Yeah, I mean 40s have whooped my ass a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, and we're gonna get into that today, y'all. And that's what we do want you to do coming into the comments, talking about those of you who have reached 40 and are over 40 and just what actually happened. Because for me, it's like something clicked and everything just changed. So we're going to get into that. Another thing is on this show today, we have people who are going to be coming up as guests on the screen. Willie does not know who's going to be coming in, but we have some surprise guests who are going to be checking in and wishing Willie a happy birthday on our live. And look, we're going to have our producer to drop the link in the comments. So if you want to come up and you want to wish Willie a happy birthday, you click that link and she'll bring you into the room, and then she'll let you come on in here and say live, happy birthday to my husband.
Thank you.
Who's 42?
42. I'm excited.
42.
I am.
Yeah. All right. So let's get this show started.
Let's get rocking.
All right. So again, for those of you who are just tuning in, this is F It with Aikisha and Willie Cologne. And so with F It, Willie always like to say,
fuck it.
But y'all, it is not fuck it. F It actually what I thought about when we were coming up for something with this show. A lot of the everyday life things that we do deal with or even talk about happen to start with the letter F. So we started going down the line, like naming these topics that we would be able to talk about. So we've done so far family, of course, because family over everything, honey, family first. We talked about finale. That was when we both exited the reality show that we were on It's called Bell Collective. It was on the Oprah Winfrey Network. So we did a show on the finale of that. We did Future. Future was about our vision boards and what we do in the beginning of the year when we're putting our vision boards together and praying over that. And then we talked about fasting and our faith.
Yeah.
As well. Last week's episode was a good one.
It was about
Yes,
fidelity.
we talked about fidelity.
Please turn off your
Look,
phone,
I
man.
know
There's a
I'm
show
trying, people, we're doing a show, people calling me to let me know that they're about to log on. Come on in the room. Don't call my phone. Get in the room, y'all. So yeah, we talked about fidelity and that got a really good response. And I had a lot of people texting me and saying that they like that we were open about it. And they loved hearing us discuss about our fidelity and our relationship with each other and just our sort of do's and don'ts and what we consider cheating. I mean, I've gotten a lot of feedback on that. So make sure that you guys watch that episode as well. But today,
Yes.
because it is Willie's birthday, we're going to talk about these 40s.
Ugh.
Yes.
Ugh.
So we're going to start with the birthday boy and just tell me. So honestly, because at first when I was telling you that my 40s were different, you used to make fun of me and always say something when I would be like, no, babe, I don't really feel well, or this is aching a little bit, especially with me on this perimenopause journey, because it hit in my, I'm in my 40s. So with you, honestly, when you turned 40, did things change for you?
Yeah, I don't think physically it changed a lot. I was always kind of, because of my playing career, I was always used to being achy and sore and kind of beat up. That really wasn't the problem. I think the spiritual side and the mental side really is what took a big shift. I think the biggest thing for me when getting into your 40s, and what's interesting, I was able to have two kids. We were able to have two kids. Um, you go through, I think there was a sense where you go through feeling aimless.
Aimless?
Yeah, aimless. Like you've acquired so much. What's next? And where does your passions lie? Where do you go? Because I have the house, I have the wife, I have the kids, I have the money in the bank, I have the businesses, I have the notoriety. Everything is kind of checking off. So where do you go? Like where's your purpose now? That everything's kind of routine. And so you try not to fall into this rut of where every day seems like every day. And so because now you no longer become my, you went from being my girlfriend to my fiance to my wife, now the mother of my kids, right?
Your
So
children, yeah.
right. So you're at the top pedestal. So you are now the spearhead in the forefront of this house. On top of my free time is no longer my free time. It's the kids' time and your time and family time. So you go into this mental.
You're saying, I know you're saying you, meaning you.
Me. I'm speaking
Yeah.
of me.
Okay.
About me.
Like this is how you were processing the 40s. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so that's where that's what I wrestle with. Like when everything is in position. And obviously we're still striving for things that obviously things we
Yeah, because I was gonna say interesting, and I don't mean to cut you off, because honey, y'all be on me in these comments saying I be cutting my husband off.
You should
But
see what she does when the camera's off, guys.
whatever. But y'all, I am perimenopausal, and if I don't get my thought out, it is gone. And we'll talk about it when I talk about my 40s. So it's not that I'm trying to cut him off. It's just I'm like, Lord, I'm gonna forget what I have to say. Yeah. But no, I was going to say it's interesting that you said for you, when you got to 40, it was kind of like, I've done this, I have that, I have whatever. And for other people, it's kind of like at 40, things click and they realize that they need to do this. They want to do that. They're just coming into that. So that was going through my mind, because for me, we were building up, all of these things. And yes, we had a lot of it when I got to my 40s, but life was just beginning for me. Because remember, at 42, I had William, and at 43, I had Holly. So it's like I'm at the beginning of these things when you were on the other hand of like, okay, I'm a husband now and I'm a dad now. So it's kind of like you were sliding down and getting into family life when I was just like, all right, I've had these kids. This is what I was trying to do. And I'm ready to do dot.
Well, I think part of the reason for me feeling like that, because it's always been on my shoulders, right? Like I've always had to been the one, I always have or had been the one to go get the bacon, go be the champion, go provide. So everything's been put on my shoulders. Now having to depend on you and realize that you come first, the kids come first outside of me, there is a position where like, all right, this is different, right? Because I've always been the guy who can go into the woods or the forest and come out unscathed, because I've always used to handling things on my own. Now being dependent on you, having someone dependent on me, it's just a different dynamic. So And I also think that's one of the reasons why when this new year came around, I really had a heart to heart with myself and said, Willie, you got to change your ways, right? Like you got to
Mhm.
stop the drinking, stop the drinking. I
Yes.
wanted to get back to living an athletic life because then eventually, when you find yourself in this spot of where do I turn, what makes me feel happy? Because I think we talked about this before, and I think Michelle Obama said it. I think during one of her book tours, and you shared the meme with me. You know, when you're in a marriage, you're in charge of your own happiness. I can't depend on you because you can only do so much. The children can only do so much. My
Hmm.
friends, family. I really have to figure out what makes me happy on top of handling my responsibilities. And one of the things that I felt like was making me happy or making me feel like alive, what the warrior I like to feel be like, was the ability to live an athletic life. So that's why I went ahead and did the Spartan race because I
Yes.
wanted to feel that again. And it was so rewarding on so many levels because I was really worried about, can my body really withstand it? Can I make it? Da 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 da. And then see Jason and Delonte go through it too, and we all kind of have that same light bulb go off. Like, we're not dead, like that.
Hmm.
The warrior is still in us. We just have to be more on top of our health. And Delonte, shout out to Delonte, he lost 40 pounds. I've lost 50 pounds. Jay ended up losing like 20 pounds. So we were finding ourselves through health, and that was rewarding.
So you feel like after 40, it clicked for you that you needed to get fit,
Yeah, 100%.
focus more on you.
From
Um,
yeah, from a happiness standpoint.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then also, you mentioned about stopping drinking, and I just want to share that with our listeners, about you deciding at 41. And can you give the reasons why you decide to do that? Because that's what I'm talking about when we say things begin to happen with our body that we don't realize. Because
Yeah.
before that, when we were in our 30s and you were in your 30s,
Oh, I
you could
was.
drink and you could go.
Mhm.
But so I would tell Willie, like, babe, when he was approaching 40, 3 years ago. And so I said, babe, it's going to be different. You're not going to be able to go as hard as you used to. And, he had this athlete's mind and he's this invincible, like, he can do whatever. And I used to do this. And then I get on the field and play a game and won a Super Bowl and all that. And I was like, listen, I am trying to tell you, after you turn 40, that is going to change. But of course, whose husband listens to their wife all the time or listen to their wife any
Well,
of the
you were
time?
saying it from a negative
But
aspect
no, because you
because
were
you were
not.
saying it like when the clock struck 12, Cinderella went back to being a hoe.
No, no,
Like I
I,
still felt like a king.
you felt like were you feeling like a king or you were,
Well, started to turn.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk about what made you the decision, like what happened. Tell them, and we're gonna be 100. That's one thing about us. If you listen to any of our previous episodes, we keep it 100. We are honest with each other, and we are honest with you. Now, tell exactly what happened that made you say, "I'm gonna have to give this drinking up," because in my 40s, this drinking is not for me.
Well, a couple of things happened. For everybody that knows us or are close to us, Aikisha and I do head down south for the summer, and when we kind of get involved with everything that's going on in Mississippi. So fast forward, man, I had a bout of gout. And for anybody out there that deals with gout or know what gout is, it is an ass kicker, and it was kicking my ass. And the first time I had it, I really didn't know what happened. I thought I sprained my ankle, kind of because I walk around barefoot everywhere. I thought I stepped on something, I rolled my ankle. Well, that wasn't the case. So I ended up telling my doctor my symptoms, and he's like, "Listen, big fella, I think you got gout. You may want to clean it up." And I was like, okay. And then I really didn't know what gout was. They call gout the king's disease, and it has to do with your diet. And everything that's a part of the symptoms, meaning eating fish, eating seafood, eating red meat, alcohol, was all a part of my diet. So and I abused it at a high level. So I went down to Mississippi, man, and we went to Esses Fest and came back, and we drove back up to Jersey, and I literally couldn't get out my car, man. My wife had to get a walker that we had somehow laying around in the house, and I had to use a walker to get into my own house. I was like, that's not good. And on top of that, man, I had a job opportunity with the Fan, which is a regional.
So
So the
WFAN, it's here
yeah,
in New York.
it's a big sports
Radio.
radio here in New York. And I had to be on air at 6 o'clock. I had a gout flare up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to tell my boss and the powers to be, I can't be on air because I can't literally walk. And that right there was the nail in the coffin for me. Because if I, for me, since the day I was born, it's always been family first. And the thought of me not being able to feed my family solely because of my poor habits and my drinking habits wasn't sit right with my spirit. So at that point, I said bye bye alcohol, and I haven't had a drink since July.
And gout is something that does affect men over 40.
Hmm.
And there are different things that make you have flare ups. And one of them is like eating
Right, that's a seafood,
seafood, alcohol,
red meat.
red meat.
Yep.
And so the first time he had it, he was able to get the medicines, he got through it. Now it broke him down, but he still got through it. So he wasn't really listening. He's like, oh, I'm going to cut out this. I'm going to cut out doing these things. So it was only after that maybe third time. It was the second or third time.
Third time for sure.
Yeah, that he realized that his body had changed, like his 40s, because the first time you had it was literally like a month or two after you turned 40. It was so crazy because you turned 40 in April,
Yeah.
and I think we went down there. It was around May,
Right.
May and whatever, and we did not know what it was. So yeah, 40s,
Well, I
guys.
think so. Let me ask you this, because I don't want this to feel like a goddamn interview.
Oh,
You,
you want to turn it on me?
yeah, I do want to turn it on you because I think everybody knows that motherhood,
Yes.
being a wife, dealing with everything we got going on between the foundation and yada yada yada. I mean, for those that know you, you were a little bit of a hot stepper in your days in Atlanta, like from being the
I mean, honey, I've been a hot stepper since my
yeah,
days
but
in Jackson, Mississippi from 77.
yeah, but I've seen the pictures. I've seen the pictures, and you was in the streets.
Listen, I had a great time from elementary all the way through grad school. Like I've had a great time in my life. That's what I talked about last week on fidelity when I was saying why I think things really work with us because we lived full lives. I mean, our 20s and 30s don't owe us a
But now that
thing.
right, so now
So
that you've left your 20s behind, your 30s are behind you, and you're in your mid 40s, what is your like? What does your happiness look like?
happiness for me right now is family. Family first. Happiness is you. You know, it is. You know what? It's seeing you happy because you put so much effort into making sure that I am happy, that I am well, that I am taken care of,
Right.
that I okay, let me tell you something right.
Well,
he loved me stroking that ego. But
no,
no,
I mean it's
seriously.
true.
Yeah.
I do care about how you feel
Yeah, you
and
do.
your
So
current state.
yeah, so that and during our time of struggle when another one of our F's is going to be coming in a couple of weeks with fertility, during our struggles and our hard times, you were still very present and comforting and reassuring me with my faith, even though
Right.
I was the one, like we said the other week, that introduced you to faith. That those type of things, that's what is my happy. And then out from you comes our children. Like I said, I had my son at 42 years old, when we were told that I was not going to be able to do it at all. We
Mhm.
were told that because of my infertility, because of my ovarian reserve and my follicles and what was happening, I wasn't producing any eggs, and that the only way I would be able to become a mother and carry a baby is if I got a donor.
Mm.
So for me to get pregnant with my son, natural conception, after 7, 8 miscarriages, after all of the IVF and fertility treatment that we got. So to get pregnant at 42 with William, we did miscarry in between them, but then have another baby the next year at 43 with Holly. My happiness comes from looking at the three of you and how you pour so much into me. And even now, after we've gone through all of that, you saying, okay, I've done this football career. Everything you've done has set us up for the lifestyle and the way we live
Sure.
now, our families and what we do. But you take a seat back and you just like, okay, now it's you. It's your time. And it reminds me of that, what you were talking about with Mrs. Obama that I sent you when she and President Obama were talking, because that's kind of what it was. She sat back and they let him do his thing with the presidency, and she supported him. And I mean, she was a top-notch attorney. I mean, I was doing things before we really focused in on the end of your career, making sure you were healthy on the field. And it's like now he's taking that back seat, and when she was doing her books and on tour and all of that, that's kind of how I feel. I said a line one time when we were on Bell Collective, and I remember saying that. I was like,
No.
yes, you do. I baracked you. Now it's time for you to, I Michelle'd you. So now it's time for you to barack me.
Oh, you made that a t-shirt, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but jokingly, but really, that's what you've done. I mean, now you kind of sit, you'll take a back seat. You, of course, work, you're doing your media and television, and you're still out here grinding for us every day. But you're like, okay, babe, this opportunity came up. You were pushing me. I had been saying I wanted to do this for years. And you came up and said, hey, I'm here. What do I need to do? So now my 40s happiness is what this is right now, because now the children are here. And of course, we're having to pour into them. But now I feel like at this point in my life, in my mid 40s, I'm getting back to me.
Yeah.
I'm getting back to the person you met. I'm getting back to like going after the goals and dreams that I had. It's like I'm back on that trajectory. I mean, which marriage and family was always on my trajectory. But I'm getting back to wanting to build generational wealth, going down on Fair Street, doing what my ancestors wanted me to do, the things that we're investing in and stuff. And I feel that at 40. So that's why I said, for me, it was interesting that you were saying that, you like, I've done this, I've reached this, I have this, I'm here, I'm there. And so now it's about family.
Well, I mean,
And for me, I'm on the other end of that. Like, I'm ready to go.
Well, yeah, I think 40s is a lot, like from a health standpoint, from a money standpoint. Another thing we didn't mention when turning into your 40s is friendships.
Yes. Well, that's another F. Yeah, but it does. All of this change. We're going to be talking about that too.
Friendships change. And one of my favorite lines that I think you say a lot that I've kind of been able to receive and digest is you have to show people how to treat you.
Yes, I am teaching people how to treat me.
Yep. And I was, my boy Jason said, he from time to time he'll be like, hey man, you're a good man. You allow people to do things that normal people wouldn't be allowed, meaning like throw jabs or treat me a certain type of way.
Mm-hmm.
And I never received it. I always took like, man, that's your issue over there. That's not my problem. But you realize if you don't address or if you don't tell people how to treat you or show them how to treat you, they would continue to treat you how they feel like you need to be treated. And that was an eye opener for me in my 40s. I had to cut some folks off. I had to throw some people to the side. I had to have some real heart-to-heart conversations with some people, and I had to look some people in the eye and be like, "Listen, man, what we were, we no longer exist."
Yeah.
And that was probably one of the biggest shifts in 40. And
and that was one of our hardest shifts too, because the same thing, you and I were going through this at the same time. And just realizing like we got really intentional about our circle, around the people. I mean, the people that are around us now. Because see, before, I think what Jason talks about, when you allow people to take jabs or you do things, and we had people around us, we didn't have children then. And so for me, I'll say this. For me, I'm very intentional about my circle and the people I keep around me, because I know those people who come into this intimate space, they're pouring into my children. So I'm teaching people how to treat me. And if that is not where you want to be, or you're not okay with that, or we're not aligned with how I want to be treated and how I should be treating you, then I too had to let, some people go.
Yeah, I think the worst thing to do is hold on to relationships solely because of time
and history.
And I think that's one of the things I had to realize. Just because you've been down with somebody or somebody supposedly has been down with you for years, meaning going back from high school or college or even in your early 30s during your working career, you have to realize, like, the older you get, meaning I'm 42, you being in your mid 40s, like, time is precious.
Yeah.
Life is precious. So you have to start putting yourself in aligning yourself with people who support you and you support them. And there was this running meme going around, on this viral clip going around Instagram for a while, saying, hey, if you sense an ounce of jealousy from a friend or somebody you keep close to you, you have to cut all ties with them. because one of our prayers that I know we pray, and we say this openly for everybody out there, we always say, hey, God, be our eyes where we can't see, be our mouth where we can't speak, be our feet where we can't land,
And be our ears where
and
we
be
can't
and
hear.
hear.
People that
And
are, yeah.
part of being a friend is being that extension of you.
Hmm.
Right. When your friends are, when your so-called friend or your best friend's away from you and there's a job opportunity, your best friend should be saying, hey, I have a girlfriend who's in media. She would be great for this position.
Or yeah, or I
That's
have a
being
guy
that.
friend.
Yeah.
You need to. They should be the voice in the rooms that you're not in,
And also the eyes,
and the eyes.
meaning
Yeah.
meaning like if you see something or see some shady shit go down, you should be the friend to be like, hey, this happened to my friend. What should I do now? She needs to know this because this can hurt her or
Yeah.
harm her, right?
I don't mean to cut you off because but we do have a guest that is in the waiting room.
Okay.
And we were speaking of family.
Yes.
So we have a guest that wants to come up. I'm talking to our producer Brittany. Can you bring that person up so they can come on and wish Willie a happy birthday? I hear baby in the background.
Sorry.
Can you turn your camera on so Willie can see you?
Sorry, it's my grandbaby.
Announce who it is.
That's
Willie.
my cousin. It looks like my cousin
What up,
Felix. What up?
cuzzo?
Yes.
What up,
Cousins?
Beantown?
Love y'all.
Love you, love you,
Thank
love
you.
Beautiful faces. Y'all looking good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Black excellence at its finest. I love it.
you. What's going on, cuz?
Ain't nothing much, man. I'm happy to see y'all. Happy birthday. Glad to
Oh, I
see you
appreciate it.
healthy and doing good. You know, I was just watching a show the other day that reminded me that if it wasn't for Cousin Willie, I never would have ate gator. Barbecued in the backyard. I was like,
Listen, man, one thing I think everybody out there, if you don't know about Aikisha now, we love to throw a shindig and we love to get our best and closest friends. And we treat it like a family reunion and a network situation. So I like being my closest friends, especially people who are in the same, I guess, realm of work. And we like to eat and drink. And at the time, I had a gator on a spit. I had my good cousin Felix come down from Boston. And he was like, hey, man, that thing looks like it's still walking. I was like, no. I was like, no, it's on some fire. It's totally charred and grilled and ready to go. And he tried some gator for the first time. And I think you're a better man because of it, Felix.
I think we're exaggerating there, but it was delicious. You know, I'll say this: the feet and the tray were a little bit scary. I'm still traumatized over that, but whatever that rub was y'all put on that, boy, I'll eat it again. I ain't mad at you for it. So.
Well, thank you so much, Felix, for coming up to wish Willie a happy birthday. Thank you for your support. You always support us. We love you, and thank you for tuning in to F It with Aikisha and Willie Cologne.
I love y'all. Proud of y'all. Love y'all.
Love
with
you.
every bit.
Thank
Love
you.
Thanks, cuz.
Okay.
All right, Willie, we do have some other guests that are going to be
Okay.
coming in throughout the show, but we thank you for our family for tuning in. So, but going on to back to what you were saying, just, in our 40s, yeah, it's sort of like something clicks. And I know for me, there were things that I before might have let slide or I have been overlooking for a while, or even like you said, I mean, because of history and time,
You hold on to it.
you hold on to things. Because one thing about both of us, I mean, even with our astrological signs, with just who we are very loyal people.
Mm-hmm.
And we believe that people are treating us and feel about us the way we feel about them. So even when we see signs of that may not be the case, or we always given the benefit of the doubt, like, no. And then because we're so ego driven, we kind of put it on ourselves, like maybe I was tripping, or maybe
100%.
because I did so and so, this is why they responded like this.
Uh-huh.
Or, so, and that doing that allows us to continue to get hurt and over and over and over. But because of our egos, we don't even know that we're hurt.
Right.
We don't even know that we're hurt.
Right. And I think that's a good line in itself. And I also realize when you talk to your friends or you ever have a sense of healing, which I think is important for everybody in their 40s still holding grudges or going through anything, man, it's a time to kind of bury that grudge. Because at the end of the day, I heard something the other day that's so true. Like grudge is like drinking poison. You're only hurting you're only hurting yourself. You got to be able to address it, get it out, and I've been able to do that. What's troubling when you do have these heart to hearts with folks, as far as mending or ending relationships, is that a lot of times folks feel like you're in competition with them, which is wild. Like, I'm not in competition with you. I thought I was going to do my best. You was going to do your best, and our best was going to somehow intertwine, and we're going to be awesome together.
We're going to be all right.
That somehow along the way that message gets misconstrued, and you find yourself on the opposite side of the tracks.
Yes. All right. We have another guest that's just come into the room. We're going to bring that guest up. This guest is one of Willie's. He's an old friend. He is someone who he and Willie like to say they've been in the trenches together.
Oh, wow.
He is an amazing father. He's an amazing friend to my husband. I've seen it. And he is an amazing godfather.
Oh, wow.
He's a godfather to my daughter, Holly. And Willie and this person won Super Bowl 43 together, side by side. So, guys, this is Darnell Stapleton. Played on the Pittsburgh Steelers with Willie and one of his closest friends. So.
Yes, you're looking at the assistant online coach of your Washington Commanders, somebody who one day will be wearing the big headset, meaning being a head coach, and I can't wait to. Let me tell you. So let me quick story, but I know D-Step, you're on a short time and you got to go.
No, I'm good.
Thank you for coming on here because these people.
Okay, I'm gonna be quick. So, if you've ever seen Goodfellas, there's a scene where Joe Pesci tells the crew that he's getting made, and Darnell, when I got the notice that he was getting bumped up into getting accepted in a position with the Washington Commanders. There's a scene where Robert De Niro starts pounding. He's like, that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it happened. Like, I've never been so fucking excited for somebody. Like, I've heard a lot of good news in my day. I was like, I was throwing stuff around.
And then I start crying like it was Willie. So we are in here acting a fool.
Yeah.
I
was so fucking happy. But it's so great because that goes
back to what we were saying.
Talking about friendship. Your friends should cheer for you like if they won themselves. So when he got the nod, I was throwing stuff around the room. I'm like, we finally got it, the motherfucking
And y'all, the thing with Darnell too, and let's just say this. They were in the playoffs. Like, I like to send little messages and I'll just say, hey, congratulations, or this and that. Like, and I kind of, had so much going on and forgot. So I had Holly to do a message real quick. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's going to hit us when this is over. He's doing this. He texts back when, I'm thinking he's going to the playoffs. That's the type of person he is. And so intentional with me and my daughter and us. So these are the type of friends we're talking about. And I literally hit him today like, hey, he knew it was Willie's birthday, but I'm like, I want to surprise him with his people as guests on here. Please, if you have a second. We know that they're getting ready to go in the draft. Y'all, we know what the Commanders did. Like, Darnell has us cheering for the Commanders, babe.
Right.
Yeah, so here you go, Darnell. We're going to let you speak.
I appreciate the invite to come on here, man. Happy birthday again, brother. Enjoying the show so far, man. I'm mad I missed the first one, so you guys keep doing your thing. I love you guys. I kept my glasses on. Nobody's ever seen me in glasses outside the office. Everybody was sporting them. I'm slowly getting to 40 my damn self. So
yes.
I got about 6 more months before I cross that bridge, but we're all looking good, doing good. So that's only the thing that matters. And God's blessed us all. So we'll continue to do what we do the best.
Yes, we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day, brother.
I love you, bro. Thank you, babe.
Love you too, man. Keisha.
She clicked him off.
He was going to say something about your
He
spades.
was about to say something about spades or say something. Mind you, this is one of Willie's friends. As much as we love each other so much that we talk serious shit. Like Darnell is the one. We play spades against each other and be fighting, but we got into this NFLP, like the NFLPA, you guys, they do like a spades tournament where it's former NFL players and maybe even current and their wives and spouses, where for whatever reason, Darnell's wife doesn't know how to play spades and Willie was working. So Darnell and I partnered up and baby, we was kicking ass up in that spades. It was so bad that we ended up getting kicked out or they got disqualified for something because they were hating on us because we were in there running their asses. But anyway, but speaking of the friendships, like you were saying, that's one of those friendships. who's always very intentional, who hits, in times when we're supposed to be supporting and really giving, pouring into him, he right back around, turns right back around and gives it back to us. So thank you so much, Darnell, for calling. I know we have another person in the room. Britt, bring the person in that I told you before. We're going to go back in the same order. And so
they're coming on right now.
They should be getting ready to come in.
But I also want to say this before that person jumps on.
Okay.
Being a mom in your 40 hits different. When Aikisha and I was at lunch and we saw something come across as far as a stat, more women are having babies in their 40s than they're having in their younger years.
Yeah, they were saying that there used to be a wave when there was just teen moms, teen moms. But they said right now there are more women having babies in their 40s than there ever were teen moms. And so that lets you know.
And I was going to say that your mother had you late in her.
Well, but remember, I was number 5 after, they were there before me. Yeah, but my mom did. My mom had me at 37 and she had my brother at 40 and I was 5 and he was 6 of the children. Well, she lost a child before that. So actually I was 6 and he was 7 because she lost her first child. So, yes, I mean, I listen, I will say I never thought that I would be having babies in my 40s. I was one of those. I wanted to graduate from college, get married, have kids, have a family. So by the time I was 35 or getting to 40, I would be back enjoying my husband and traveling. Well, that wasn't God's plan because when I graduated from college, you were in high school somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because it was meant for you and I to be, yeah, that's why I see now that God waited for me to have children in my 40s.
But I think being a mom, real quick, I think being a mom in your 40s has allowed you to be a great mom from this aspect.
Oh, you don't most definitely.
You don't crave the streets. You don't crave. I'm saying you don't. Yeah, I'm not. I
do crave the streets because we ain't been out in so long. No,
I'm saying you don't crave the streets. You don't feel like you're missing out.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
You don't also feel like when the girls be like, "Hey, girl, we going there." You're like, "No." I'm even good in the house
now. Like our friends, our Jersey friends are all in Morocco because another one of our friends, his birthday.
Happy birthday, Wayne!
Yes, happy birthday, Wayne. So Wayne, Stacy, Wayne's wife took him, and then they invited all of us, all of our friends and his family. They're all in Morocco. Well, for me, of course, we wanted to go, but my children are young, and I made a decision a while ago with another friend, like as long as my kids are this young, I'm not going to be flying anywhere where it takes me a day to get back. God forbid something happens to me over there or them here. And so I definitely, oh God, I wanted to go. And when I'm looking at their pictures, we're like stalking their timelines now. But anyway.
I want to eat lunch in a hot air balloon.
Thank you, Wayne and Stacy. We want to leave Morocco and fly to Spain just to have dinner for the night. Boo, I saw you. But no, but those things, because we did so much before, I don't feel like I'm missing that now. I know we're going to be back at it in another, 5 years. And I got excited because I'm going to travel those places with my children. Like when Holly and William get over 10, we're going to start back. Like, I mean, I've been to Dubai, but you've never been there. When we go, we're going to take the kids. We want to do the African safari. We want to go back to Amsterdam, some of these places, Amsterdam, London, Europe, Paris. Like we want to take the kids with us. So I'm really looking forward to doing that with the kids because hell, they're going to have to help their old ass mom.
Well, no, I think that's such a great point because I think
well, before we come up, I do this. People have to work, and we know this in the middle of the day. Sorry. So, can you please bring up the next person? I know we have 2 or 3 people in the room. Oh yes, there we go.
Hey, my beautiful sister Joy.
This is Willie's sister Joy. You guys, his oldest sister. Well, his only sister, besides my sister.
Right, the one and only. Hello, Joy.
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Looking confused.
No, because it says failed and restart the app to continue. So.
Oh no, we can hear you.
No, you're live, boo.
Happy birthday, baby!
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I got up this morning and I turned to Ma's picture, and it just, I was like, "Happy birthday, Ma!" And then automatically, every year, it brings me back to the day you changed my life forever.
Yes. Please tell them that story.
And I think about how you came into this world and literally changed my life forever for the better. Having Kyle as a brother, a cousin, but having you now that I was that was going to be attached to my hip for life. And
So y'all, what Joy
home.
is not saying, Joy is 13 years older than Willie.
Yeah, why we gotta say that, Aikisha? Like,
yes, well, I mean, but well, they do know how old you are, Willie. But no, so Joy was thinking like she's about to be an only child. His mom comes 13 years later and has a child, but Ma's also working and having to go on with life. So who's rolling a stroller around and getting on the bus in New York and going back and forth to school with a stroller?
And
Joy.
You're talking about like not just one stroller, but then Antonio pops up unexpectedly. So now there's two of y'all running around to change my life forever.
And Joy said people were giving her the pity party, like, oh, you teen mom.
So could I tell you like how when you just gave that statistic about being a teenage mom, I got those looks because everybody thought this child's life is over. She don't have one child, she got two. And and I would literally have like, I remember Ma had to get the biggest old school stroller with the white wheels. Remember that? And I would have to collapse it while William was running one way and Antonio was running the other.
Poor
and
thing.
The bus driver would open the door and look at me and just take off. And I had to meet Ma on Fordham Road with the two of them. And I'm like, how is anybody ever gonna have like? This is why Jalen didn't come out till 37.
I was gonna say that's why Joy is like me, an older mom.
You two were enough. And William, I just remember the first day I took you to church. It was Easter, and my friend Crystal and I took you to church, and you kicked off your shoes and was running out in the pew, and I'm trying to duck to like hide because I'm so embarrassed. But you're like trying to take off your clothes, and you never like shoes.
Oh, that sounds like him now today.
Oh my gosh! So every year you just, your birthday just brings about all these wonderful memories of you just changing my life. And it's always been for the better. It's always been fun. It's always been exciting. It's never been a dull moment. So I'm just so blessed to be your sister, and to always know that I have your back, whatever it is, ride or die. I am there with you. And happy birthday once again.
Love you.
Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching us too. We'll see you this weekend.
Joy.
Yes, looking forward to it. Love you. Have a good day.
All right.
Wait, Jay
Love
wants
you.
to say something.
Hi, Jay.
What up, dog? Rude dog.
All right, guys. All right, Joy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, we're bringing the next person in. Come on, next person.
Come on, next person.
Oh,
yes.
JJ is in the building. I don't even think JJ knows that he is on camera. JJ. JJ been in the waiting room so long. We can't. Hey, JJ.
I hear you, baby. You're a little muffled, but I hear you.
Of course, y'all. This person needs no introduction.
Yeah, we hear you, Jay.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay.
You don't have to pull over.
We may have to bring the next person in while JJ gets settled. Because I know she's been in the waiting room for a while. Yeah, we can hear you. We hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Tell them to call it back.
JJ, call us back when you get. Call us back when you get set.
Let her go, Brett. Bring her back. All right.
Okay, you can bring the next person in, guys. So, there's the next person. D.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. This is the perfect person to talk about being wonderful and blessed in your 40s. I love Dee so much. She is the ambassador. Like you, and like for everybody out there in a family where you no longer, when the communication between your wife come to a standstill and you guys are butting heads, you need a lawyer to come into the room. Dee is my lawyer. Dee is my ambassador. So thank you, Dee. Oh, a cousin Fritz in the back. What
and
up,
all the while, she still has my back.
Right.
Dee is my cousin, guys, on my side of the family.
But she's my lawyer.
Yes. So this is my cousin Deirdre and my cousin Fritz, her husband. They live in Atlanta, Georgia, but they are from Brooklyn, New York. So hi, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Many more.
Thank you.
it to your 50s. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming up and calling in. Thank you.
All right.
We got to see if we can get JJ back on here.
We should wrap up somewhere.
Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up. You had one.
All right, there you go. There you go. Goddamn, I was jamming on that high horse and them goddamn high heels and jeans. Lord have mercy, Big Willie. I was in my blues moment right then, Big Willie. Happy birthday.
JJ, thank you. If there's anybody that has been a new light in my life, it is you, JJ. Your energy and your excitement can be unmatched, so I appreciate the love. When you popped on the screen and you was jamming, I was like, only JJ can have a concert in his own car by himself with no worries in the middle of the day. That is the JJ I know.
Big Willie, that's the only way I can get through the day, Big Willie. I got to do all this goddamn driving, and I be like, goddamn, I got to put on something. So it was blues time right about then. You know, blues kick off about 1 o'clock here, 1 to 4. So I had to hear some truth, Big Willie. Goddamn, ain't you 42? Ain't that some truth with it? You Jackie Robinson today, baby. You Jackie Robinson.
I know that's
like
right.
Baseball?
I know. Shout out to Jackie Robinson. We won't let them erase you, Jackie. I want to say this. What's awesome about JJ, man.
JJ, when you talk about meeting new friends too in your 40s.
Yeah,
yes.
Meeting new friends. He has been a blessing, as I stated. But also, being up north, I didn't know about the blues. Down south in Mississippi is the home of the blues. When I listen to the blues with JJ interprets the blues and able to break it down. He'll be like, Big Willie, you know what he's saying right here, right? I'm like, no. He's like, he done slept with the pastor's wife, and now he got a new Cadillac that the pastor brought. And I'd be like, what? Did you hear that? He's like, I'm telling you, ain't it crazy? So JJ has become my interpreter.
You know about that white picket fence?
Yep. So JJ has become my interpreter when it comes to listening to blues. Anytime I hear a new blues track, I'll text you like, JJ, you heard this? He's like, yeah, that's an old classic right there, Willie. So thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Love you.
Sir.
Yes, thank you so much, JJ.
Anytime, Keisha, you make sure you treat my boy right today now. You know, we don't give many opportunities. And I got to stick up for Big Willie right now. I know me and you, Leo, but this is Willie Day today.
Yes.
Willie don't need nothing but to get catered to. I mean,
I've already taken him to lunch.
Don't even argue with him. I know you want to overtalk him. Let him get the last word. I don't care what it is today. It's Willie Day. So you're going to have to suck it up today, Aikisha.
Listen.
Thank you, JJ.
Look, you right. I've already taken him to lunch. When we get off of this live, we have about 15 more minutes. It's an hour live, so we have about 15 more minutes. I'm going to take care of him. I got him.
I got him.
That'll work. and if it's something you don't like, and it's something you want him to do, or something you might want to complain about, you just got done it. You just hold that to tomorrow and discuss it tomorrow.
There you go, Jay.
Get the last word.
Talk to it, Jay. There you go, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He might have some dirty socks on the floor. Now, Willie, let Willie put his dirty socks on the floor.
Okay, I won't speak about it until tonight, around 11:59.
God dang. 11:59. Willie, she won't even give you the extra minute.
Right, we won't get that minute off. Hell no.
Yeah.
Appreciate
you,
Jay.
Thank you so much, JJ. Thank you for calling in.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate you.
All right. Well, we do have about 10 more minutes. We are waiting on one more guest to come in. Hopefully they will be coming in the next 10 minutes. But I think 40s. That's all. And but before we go, we wanted to take questions from the audience. Now that was the thing. If you have
any questions,
we're gonna go to those because while I'm getting the questions, we do have 2 videos. We have something that we want to show you on here.
Oh, wow.
So you can run that to Britt. You have those.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you. Many one. Are you one? Are you two? Are you 3? Are you 42? Are you 4? Are you 5?
I was like, baby, okay, we're not gonna go to 42. You got to go to class.
Oh, that was sweet. You got me choked up. That's my heart right there.
Oh my goodness.
That's my baby. And what else you got? I know Holly Bear somewhere. There goes Holly Bear.
Oh wait, we didn't hear her. You're gonna have to run it back. We didn't hear.
Happy birthday, Daddy. I love you.
Oh, that's my sugar pie.
Okay, Britt.
Y'all trying to have me cry on the stream? My kids get me all the time.
Oh, I know, right?
That's awesome.
Britt, is there someone? There's someone on there that's trying to get in. Can you? Okay, where do they join? Because they said they don't see where to how to request. I guess how to request to get in. If you're watching it, okay, she's gonna send the link in the chat. So person, click on that link and she will bring you in. They said they're on the chat, so she just put the link in the chat. Okay, and she said she pinned it. So if you click on that link, that will get you in the chat. And I thank you to all of Willie's friends who got my message early this morning and answered the call.
And I also thank you once again to everybody wishing me a happy birthday and all my family and friends. Also, thank you to everyone who continues to support Aikisha and I. I know I'm mumbling and stumbling over there, but Aikisha and I both have a lot of aspirations and a lot of goals as a family, and we can't do it without the support of everyone out there. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
What's next?
We're waiting for this person to come up.
All right, you gotta use the bathroom. Who's this?
Oh, that's not who I thought it was, but that's good.
Hey,
I thought it was somebody else. But yes, so my girlfriend is here, honey. Wish my man a happy birthday.
Thank you, Gucci.
Really. And you know what? No, you haven't had anything to drink since July. So I got something for you.
Okay.
We're gonna make a toast, and I'm gonna drink the whole bottle.
Oh.
Wait a minute. No, I don't believe it. That's water. I do not believe it because Gucci got work today. That girl got a closing today. Stop.
Somebody better call JJ. Let me finish it. It's July.
They say that Patron make that kitty pop now. So JJ better get home.
Actually, it's water.
I knew it was. I'm like, that girl got a closing.
Yeah, if you chug a Patron in the middle of the afternoon, boy, we got bigger issues. We're gonna have to call you direct on your line.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, friend, for coming in and wishing him a happy birthday. Have a good one.
Appreciate it.
All right, we coming. They're rolling in, so they're getting ready to bring up your next guest. Oh, there he is.
Oh,
hey. Happy birthday, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stephen Bowen, my dearest friend, my partner in crime.
They went to college together.
Played against each other and with each other. So that's my brother, man. I love him to death.
Dallas Cowboys and the Washington. Were they the Redskins when you were there? Were they the Were they Redskins when you were there? Yeah. And then they ended up ending their careers together with the Jets.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, Bo, I want to ask you, somebody who's a father of two, how has 40s impacted your life? Bo recently just had his birthday, so happy birthday to Bo too.
Oh, and let me just say this really quick, Bo, before you say it. So, guys, when you go back to Willie and my story about how we met, and Willie was down there with his buddies in Atlanta living their best life, and I met him in the club. Oh, well, they were there. He was there with this one. They were celebrating this one's birthday.
I seen love at first sight. I seen love in the wind. Love was in the air that night.
along with dollars and alcohol.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I'm happy for you, man. Hope God blesses you with another 50, 60 years, man. You're one of my best friends.
Yes, sir.
Our families have always been super close.
Yep.
At this point, I don't call you my friend, you're my brother. So you know,
Love you.
wish you
Yes,
many
we
more,
love
man.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
All right,
Bobo.
y'all.
Priest.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, later.
You have somebody else coming in. We have another 5 to 7 minutes, and they are rolling in at the end. Britt, to our producer, I just sent that link to that person.
The
so
rolling 40s.
yeah, the roll. Well, you know what? You are one. No, Stephen. No, Darnell's going to be the last coming into the 40s. I was going to say, but you were
Darnell's the
one.
last one.
Yeah,
Out
you
of
were
my
one of the.
friends.
Yeah, so out of your friends. Yeah. So y'all are still early into this 40 club.
Yeah,
Y'all
it's
rolling
fun.
on in.
It's fun so far.
Yeah, it's been good so far. I mean, we had a few little hiccups, like I said, health wise and just whatever. Britt is okay. Hold on.
Shout out to our awesome producer, Britt.
Oh my goodness!
Does
Shout
an
out to
amazing
her.
job.
When I told her that I wanted to do this today, she was just like, okay. Like she rolling with me, and I appreciate it, and I thank you.
Britt has multiple jobs, by the way. She doesn't only deal with
oh gosh, she has so many things.
My madness and JJ and I's madness. She works for SiriusXM and does a hell of a job.
Yeah, that's a real job.
Yeah, Tune in the Morning Men. I don't know if it's called Morning Men anymore.
I don't know either.
No, it's the DA and Babcock show. Babcock. I'm sorry.
Oh, so let's stay focused. Britt, do you have our next guest up? Have either one of those guests?
Technical issues. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll give them a few more minutes. So while they are doing that, guys, I'm going to go over here and we will do a little wrap up until your next guest comes in.
Good, because I got to use the bathroom. That's what happens in your ripe age of 40. Frequent. Oh, I think we got him. She's doing the cake as we speak. Thank you once again there. Yeah, you can bring him in. Yep. I think Maximus of Aurelius. Max Starks is man. This man got serious history. Yes. He is the godfather of my beautiful son 4. He is also two-time
Super Bowl champion.
Super Bowl champion
with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
And if you're from Florida, and
happy national champions. I was going chump. I was going for them Gators. Keisha was mad at me. She's like, "You didn't go for the black."
I was going for U of H because of the black coach, Max. You know I love you.
I was like, don't even let that happen. Listen, Willie was there for the last national championship that we celebrated together back out in AZ.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's been Gator blooded, so I knew he was going for my squad.
There you go.
Yes.
He was.
Hell yeah.
But no, like Willie ended up telling me that there were people in Florida that this guy was so popular and he's so well known in Florida that people were naming their children after them when they were born.
Yes.
So unless you've been under a rock and you have to know who Max Starks is.
You can catch Max doing the color for the Steelers. He does the sideline, and he'll also be on ESPN covering college games. So Max is climbing up the media tower. Slowly but surely, he's a superstar in the making.
And thank
you.
Outside
Outside of the superstar, he fucking already is.
Right. Yeah. Campbell soup commercial and all these things. Yes. But thank you so much, Max. He wanted to say something to you, baby.
Yeah, what you got, Max? I know. Make me feel old.
Man, listen. Hey, you've come a long way from dancing on top of them bars on draft night. That's all I got to say. And if you know, like I remember the night he was drafted because I was walking down the streets of New York randomly, and there was a big blow up Steeler doll outside of this bar. So I walk up to the dude. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? What y'all doing?" So, "Oh yeah, one of the guys just got drafted by the Steelers." I'm like, "Well, where is he?" "Oh, he's on top of the bar." I was like, "Oh, okay." They're like, you want to go say something? I'm like, "Nah, I'll see him in Pittsburgh."
I'll see him. I will see him. Mind you guys, they did not know each other then. No. Max just happened to be in New York because he was there. He was already on the Steelers when Willie, coming off a Super Bowl, he had just won a Super Bowl. And this one in here acting like he had been on the team and won the Super Bowl.
Well, it's so funny. The Steelers had won the Super Bowl in 2005. And so I said, since I wasn't a part of the festivities, at least I could party like a champion.
Yes.
Which I did. So
and we made up for it 2 Super Bowls in a row later.
Ooh, talk to him.
We can't say the statute of limitations still out, but I'm so glad. I'm so proud of you, man. I mean, I've known you for 20 years, bro.
Wow.
Like that's so wild. how much time has passed, you know, and just what you've done as just a young man to become a grown man, to become a dad, a husband, right? I love the growth, man, and we've gone through our battles together, good, bad, and indifferent, assholes and elbows. We've done it all. And I'm just looking forward to the next 42 plus, bro. And wish you and Aikisha a happy day. Of course, like JJ said, Keisha, you got to put it on mute. You got to put it on mute. You got to put that thing on mute one time, and let that man enjoy that day. Love you guys. I'll see you guys soon. And I just wanted to say happy birthday, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Talk about blessings. Max is he's right. We've been through a lot of different things, and he is truly a blessing. He is the only man in my life that I can share a shoe with. Yeah. And so I've never had a friend or a brother I can be like, hey, let me go dig in his closet. I can literally go to Max's house and not pack anything because we can share clothes. Yes. So that's a blessing. That's a big blessing.
Yeah. Yes, I gotta share this one last story since we here.
No, come on.
Hey, the rookie luncheon, the luncheon after we announced that we made the team, this was Willie's rookie year. So we come back from training camp and we have this luncheon where you get introduced to like all these fans in this big place. Willie swings by the crib like, hey, Max, I need dress shoes. I ain't got no dress shoes. I was like, I bet, you know, go pick a pair, you know, and I'll get you some socks. He's like, no, I don't need the socks. I'm good. This fool went straight barefoot in my boarskin loafers.
I know you had to give them to him.
The nerve to be like, hey, here you go. Thanks. I was like, no, those are yours. I ain't taking those back. That's like giving a man used leather pants. No, you.
And he doesn't wear socks today. If he pulls those feet, he does not wear socks, y'all.
Never have, never will. Only
oh my goodness.
For us is because he would have gotten a fine on game day if he didn't have the socks. But I'm lucky he did not figure out that you could cut the bottom out of them and just put them on his leg warmers. So he did wear socks. I've noticed it only one time because money was involved.
Right.
Yes. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Big Mac.
Kisses to the family.
Yeah, please tell my godson I said what's up and great work. And of course, Holly Bear. Love you guys.
Yes, love you. Thank you. All right, guys. So we are going to wrap it up. We had another guest, but they have not been able to come in. That was going to end it for us. So we are going to sing happy birthday to Willie. Are you ready, babe?
I'm ready.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, our producer. Happy birthday, dear Willie. Happy birthday to you.
Hey!
Yay! Hold on. Oh! Yeah!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Make a wish, baby.
Oh, I got this. Let me do this,
guys. While Willie is making that wish.
You can talk. I can do it.
No, that's fine. Yes, we thank you guys. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you for tuning in to our first live. We hope you enjoyed the show. We would love for you right now to subscribe, to comment, to like, to share this live. We're going to do it again. We're going to try to do it next time at an hour where people are not at work or having to call in and talk really quick. We thank you so much for supporting us from the beginning to the end. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you. So again, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we will be back next week with F It.
Fuck it.
F It with Aikisha and Willie Cologne. Have a good one.
Thank you guys. Love you.
Bye.